Hi there. Apologies if I start yawning. I've only been up about 20 odd minutes or something like that. Excuse me. Yeah, just been watching Bry's latest video. You know, for the life of me, I can't think of the actual title of it. Oh, it's in right. Second referendum. Yeah. I never knew that we could have a second referendum. I thought the referendum probably got it wrong. I mean, I only scraped through the news, the headlines and stuff. Cool, so cup of Slurpee. Or mug of Slurpee. Slurpee? The other half. Did it come at your husband? It was for my birthday, and then I got one for my daughter that says Daddy on it. Anyway, I digress, as they say in Yankee Land. Yeah, I thought they keep saying, well, whatever you vote, you know, before we voted, or they voted, or whoever voted, that was it, final thing, like you can't come out again, you can't do this, you can't do that. We're just, you know, it's not like general elections where you vote in and out after 4 years. So what is all this about a second and third? How can it, what is it going to be, 2 out of 3? I mean, I don't understand that. It's like having a general election and because, say, Conservatives got in, oh no, we don't agree with that, we'll have a second one. I mean, and yet Scotland said they might be able to come out of it. Wales might be able to come out of it. And also, I see one of the headlines said the government could block the referendum result. That's not exactly democratic, is it? We know democratic is a complete and utter crappy illusion that you believe till you're about 20 years old. So I don't understand that anyway. This Brexit thing, it took me ages to, you know, find out what that was. So up to about a fortnight ago, I couldn't even say the blooming thing. And it was what Britain exit. Well, Britain, doesn't that include Wales and Scotland and Irish land? I don't know how the Irish, I haven't heard of whether the Irish wanted another referendum or come out. Are they all just sore losers? Or they took the plunge and suddenly realised they'd done the wrong thing? You know, I think some politicians have said, like, oh, they're not sure now. They wish they could turn the clock back and all this. We can say that with anything, can't we? Hindsight's terrific, isn't it? So I don't really understand that. And as Bryce says, why don't they do their research? I mean, I used to follow politics like a political animal until a few years ago. And I don't now. But when it's something like this, I sort of like bone up on it. I can't understand it. Like Bryce said, how the hell can you ask what the EU is? What is Brexit? Still can't say it. Brexit or whatever. Brex. I called it Brexit just now. Mad world. And so how can you go back on the... I've lost my track now. I've lost my track and I can't pause this bloody thing as it don't work like that. Oh yeah, all they're concerned about now is who's going to be the next, well, if they're talking about a leader, Prime Minister, I presume, if the Conservatives, Boris as a leader. But it's a bit of a joke, really, and this has been a very dark horse and it's all like play acting. Is what they do, innit? I mean, like Question Time, you know. It's just a joining match. Oh, that's what I was saying. It's come out again. How can you vote or do anything without knowing anything about it? It's like saying, I'll buy a great big car, I'll get in it and drive it, and you've never had a driving lesson, you've got no idea how to drive. And then you get in the car and say, oh, how do you drive then? Dickheads, like, you know. So they did the research. They've gone and voted on something because it comes through the door with a voting card saying you've got to vote on this and all the rest of it. Like years ago, now when there's a general election on, you used to have people coming round when I lived in London with those loud hailer things they have saying, "Have you voted yet?" You know, all the way around the estate that I lived in and all that. Don't hear it now. They say don't do it here in Kent where I live. I don't know. But imagine Boris. You know, he's like a lesser Trump. It's both got potty hairstyles. I think did it come out that Trump or Boris, or something like that, Boris Karloff, dyed their hair really to blonde. I mean, I know Boris's dad spit an image of each other. He's got blonde hair. He's into some bloody thing and all. But I say, how can you vote and then turn around and say, what's the EU? You might as well do a general election. Say, what's the government? What's the Conservative? Might have been asking that for years. You know, it just doesn't make sense. You know, I don't know whether it affects any of us. You still have to pay tax. I still in a shock after 5 years that I didn't realise you pay tax on your pension. On your pension. That's not earned income. You know, it's a pittance anyway. It's a joke. I mean, because I'm married, my wife, it's unbelievable. Her pension is something like £12 something. It's ridiculous. All goes together with mine, but even so, if she was on her own, then she'd get a lot more. I hope she's not listening. That's the daughter just got up at work. Morning, daughter just got up from work. I mean, to work. So, it is rather weird. Ta-ta, dear. Yes, ta-ta. Go away. Bye, bye. I mean, bye. Yeah, so, sorry about that interlude there. Not musical. So, I think the whole thing's a waste of time. As I say, we still have to pay taxes. We still have to pay this. Things will go up or down, mainly up. All the rules will still apply. It won't affect me. It won't affect anybody. It won't affect travellers. I shouldn't think it, like Bry, you know. And I don't know about Hobo Bill. I don't know whether he does another job. I don't know what he does for a living. But anyway, it won't affect. You won't know when it's affecting you. You can say, "Oh, it's because we're out of the EU." You don't know that because when we were still in it and things go up, and say, "Oh, it's the government. It's Brussels' fault," like, you know. I mean, I mainly come out of it because I hate the thoughts, and I always have, of being ruled, or not exactly ruled, sort of like, well, I suppose it is really, having the rules and dictated to by another country. It's as simple as that with me. It's nothing to do with immigration, racism, money, and nothing like that. I just don't like it. I haven't liked it for 41 years when we joined. So I voted out. So whether it counted, who the hell knows? It's a wonder PM, you know, and the rest of them didn't, as Bryce said in an earlier video, didn't, like, you know, transfer it over like, and it was a landslide for them to stay in. Because you never know, they're all fake, you know. They're all there just to run us, really. We're just serfs without the collars. But the whole thing doesn't really affect us, and I say, whatever happens, it'll just go on as usual. You still pay through the arse. Everything is still over the top. There'll be nothing. They was talking about, they'll be clamped down with councils. They won't be have this service or that service. Well, they've been saying that for the last 2 years. Before anybody realised, I think, that we were even thinking about coming out of the EU. I mean, ever since I've been in it, they've been saying, oh, this is because of the EU, we can't stay in it, and what we're bunging money in for. I haven't heard the Farage thing, though, yet, that Bryce said. You know, I can't believe he said 350 million or whatever it is, or billion or whatever. And then he turns around and says it won't go to the National Health Service, like he said. You know, I haven't seen that. Like, I mean, it's bad enough trying to get me to look at the news anyway these days, but I had pulled the BBC news thing up. It's just, try and say it right, BritX, or whatever, coming out, it all over the place, and I'm thinking, well, give it a rest, put something else on there. What other news is there like? I just turned it off in the end. I just hear the headlines on the radio because I like radio. Television, there's a documentary. I think it's a sensible documentary, but the BBC can be very biased. You can almost see it jump out of the pages of their script. So, gone on long enough here. I should wake up in a minute. What is it? 10 minutes? Nearly let you joking. 10 minutes of waffle. I'm not sure if I got my point over or not. Maybe I should have made this bloody thing later. But there you go. He said. Well, they said it's going to brighten up later. It was very cloudy when I got up. A bit of sun coming through. It's going to be sunshine. As long as it don't rain, really. Flipping rain. All over me scooter. How dare it. Anyway, I'm going to bugger off now. See if anyone can make sense of what I've just said. Probably a load of bollocks on my part as usual. So, I will catch you all further down the log, as we used to say. So, bye for now and all that.